The greatest secrets of the establishment aren't hidden in vaults. They're hidden in plain sight, tucked away in the places you'd never think to look. Sometimes they're even buried in the bottom of a cereal box. In 1971, the world's most powerful telecommunications network, AT&T, the Great Ma Bell, was brought to its knees by a toy, a piece of injection-molded plastic that cost less than a penny to manufacture. John Draper, a former Air Force radar tech, didn't set out to become a legend. He was just a man who listened to the sounds of the wires. He met a group of blind kids, pioneers like Joy Bubbles, who had perfect pitch. They could hear the music of the network. They discovered that the entire phone system, a multi-billion-dollar infrastructure of switches and trunks, was controlled by tones, specifically a 2,600 hertz tone. In the eyes of the system, that tone meant the line was empty. It meant, "I'm ready for instructions." And as it turned out, the prize whistle in the Captain Crunch box blew that exact frequency. You just had to tape over one hole. You'd dial a toll-free number, blow the whistle, and suddenly you were standing in the control room of the global switchboard. You were no longer a customer. You were an operator, with the power to route calls to the other side of the planet for free. Draper took the name Captain Crunch and became the prophet of phone phreaking. He didn't do it for the money. He did it because the system was there and it was vulnerable. He built blue boxes with a couple of kids from Berkeley named Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs. Before they were building the computers that are currently sitting in your pockets, they were in the business of digital rebellion. Jobs himself said it. If it wasn't for those blue boxes, there would be no Apple. The state reacted with its usual grace. They didn't fix the flaw, they hunted the man. They put Draper in a cage. They hit him with wire fraud. They tried to turn a brilliant explorer into a common criminal because he showed the world that their secure network was built on a house of cards. They eventually forced him to cooperate with the FBI to explain how he did it, because the suits in DC couldn't wrap their heads around the fact that their empire was defeated by a breakfast cereal prize. The industry eventually moved to out-of-band signaling, separating the control channel from the voice channel to make sure you could never whistle your way into the back room again. But the lesson remains. Every system has a frequency. Every wall has a resonance. The people in power want you to believe that the world is a solid, impenetrable block of rules and regulations. But men like John Draper prove that if you find the right tone, the whole thing vibrates until the doors pop open. The next time you're told a system is unhackable, remember the whistle. There is always a frequency. You just have to be willing to listen for it.